History of three of the most famous people from Kentucky. Kentucky has produced some of the most influential figures in American history. Among them, three stand out for their lasting impact on politics, sports, and culture: Abraham Lincoln, Muhammad Ali, and Johnny Depp. Each of these individuals came from humble beginnings in Kentucky and went on to shape history in profound ways. 1. Abraham Lincoln, 1809–1865, the 16th President of the United States. Early life in Kentucky. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in a small one-room log cabin on the Sinking Spring Farm in Hardin County, now LaRue County, Kentucky. His parents, Thomas and Nancy Lincoln, were hard-working pioneers, but they struggled financially. Lincoln's early life in Kentucky was marked by poverty, and he received only sporadic formal education, something that would shape his deep self-taught intellect later in life. His family moved to Indiana in 1816 due to land disputes and their opposition to slavery, but Lincoln always acknowledged his Kentucky roots. Path to the presidency. Despite his limited schooling, Lincoln developed a love for reading and learning. His political career began in Illinois, where he worked as a lawyer and state legislator. In 1860, he was elected as the 16th President of the United States. His election was a catalyst for the Civil War, as Southern states seceded in response to his anti-slavery stance. Legacy and impact. Lincoln's presidency was defined by his leadership during the Civil War, 1861–1865. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which declared enslaved people in Confederate states free, paving the way for the abolition of slavery in the U.S. He also delivered the Gettysburg Address, one of the most famous speeches in American history. Tragically, Lincoln was assassinated on April 14, 1865, by John Wilkes Booth. Despite his early death, Lincoln remains one of the most revered figures in American history, known for preserving the Union and advancing the cause of freedom. 2. Muhammad Ali, 1942–2016, the greatest boxer of all time. Early life in Louisville. Muhammad Ali, born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. on January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky, showed an early talent for boxing. At the age of 12, after having his bicycle stolen, he was introduced to the sport by local police officer and trainer, Joe Martin. From that moment, Clay dedicated himself to boxing, developing a style that combined speed, agility, and confidence. Rise to boxing greatness. Ali won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Rome Olympics, solidifying his reputation as a rising star. He turned professional soon after and, by 1964, he shocked the world by defeating Sonny Liston to become the heavyweight champion at just 22 years old. During this fight, he famously proclaimed, "I am the greatest." Shortly after his victory, he converted to Islam and changed his name to Muhammad Ali, rejecting his birth name as a slave name. Controversy and comeback. Ali's career was halted in 1967 when he refused to be drafted into the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War, citing his religious beliefs in opposition to the war. He was stripped of his heavyweight title and banned from boxing for nearly 4 years. However, Ali made a triumphant return, reclaiming the heavyweight championship in 1974 by defeating George Foreman in the legendary Rumble in the Jungle fight in Zaire, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo. He later had another iconic fight in 1975 against Joe Frazier, known as the Thrilla in Manila. Legacy beyond boxing. Ali was not just a boxer. He was a global icon for civil rights, humanitarianism, and resistance to oppression. His charisma, poetic trash talk, and activism made him one of the most influential athletes in history. Even after being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in the 1980s, Ali continued to advocate for peace and humanitarian causes. He passed away on June 3, 2016, but his legacy as the greatest lives on. 3. Johnny Depp, 1963–present, a Hollywood icon. Humble beginnings in Owensboro. Johnny Depp was born on June 9, 1963, in Owensboro, Kentucky. His family moved frequently during his childhood, and he spent much of his early life in Florida. Despite struggling in school, Depp found solace in music and initially pursued a career as a rock musician. From music to acting, Depp's big break came when he landed a role in the hit 1980s TV series, 21 Jump Street, which made him a teen idol. However, He quickly grew tired of mainstream roles and sought out more eccentric, artistic projects. A career of iconic roles. Depp became a Hollywood superstar with his collaborations with director Tim Burton. His role as Edward Scissorhands, 1990, established him as an unconventional leading man. He continued to take on unique roles in films such as Ed Wood, 1994, Donnie Brasco, 1997, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, 1998. In 2003, Depp reached new heights of fame when he played Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. His portrayal of the quirky, charismatic pirate earned him an Academy Award nomination and launched a billion-dollar franchise. Personal life and influence. Beyond acting, Depp has been involved in music, philanthropy, and activism. His career has seen ups and downs, including highly publicized legal battles, but he remains one of the most recognizable and talented actors of his generation. Conclusion. Kentucky's influence on history. These three figures, Abraham Lincoln, Muhammad Ali, and Johnny Depp, represent different aspects of Kentucky's influence on the world. Lincoln shaped the nation's future, Ali redefined what it meant to be an athlete and activist, and Depp transformed modern cinema. Despite their different fields, they all shared qualities of resilience, innovation, and a desire to challenge the status quo. Kentucky's legacy lives on through them, and their stories continue to inspire generations.